How's it going, everyone? My name is Monkey Jam, and this is Monkey's Grotto, where now I'm coming to you much more energetic because I slept all day yesterday. And here I am to wish you a happy 4th of July. Now, I know that we're all kind of locked up and everything. We haven't really gotten a chance to stock up on the Freedom Boom Boom lately, and a lot of people are, telling us to stay inside to watch the fireworks online, on TV, everything like that. So here's Monkey's little tidbit for you. If you have the boom boom, unleash the boom boom safely. If you're gonna do it in your backyard, wet your lawn, make sure that it's nice and damp before you do so. If you're gonna do it out in the field, make sure you kind of do the same thing as well. Stay safe, drink heavily, stay safe drinking heavily, and have a ball. Because these are trying times, and good lordy, we need to have fun. Now, as it always comes with the 4th of July, we Americans can I say, love our freedom of speech, especially online where freedom of speech is really getting attacked nowadays. You see it on, YouTube, you see it on Twitch, and most importantly, you've seen the slaughter and annihilation of freedom of speech on Twitter. This was brought to my attention by a tweet from It's a Gundam, one of my favorite little people that I like to watch. So, if you want to check out his channel, go on ahead. If you don't want to, he understands. So, this was last night as of time of recording, so I had to hurry up and save screenshots of this before I fell asleep. This is coming out of Twitter engineering, people behind everything going on in Twitter's background. We are starting with a set of words we want to move away from using in favor of more inclusive language. So basically, to dispel, I would say, a good amount of the confusion, this is engineering, which means that this is all the internal stuff within the algorithms of Twitter. So basically the software part of everything. So it's not that they're changing what you can say on Twitter. We'll get to that later. It's they're changing the words that they use in order to program Twitter, if that makes any sense to you. So let's get a nice little look on this. So they want to avoid using whitelist and blacklist, and are in favor of instead using allow list or deny list. Now here's the funny thing. People like to cry racist all the time, but here they are literally deleting color from their programming. So I don't know, that's a little bit racist to everyone in the white list and everyone in the black list. Like, what's wrong with black? Y'all got a problem with black list? It's just a list that's black. See, they revealed themselves one day. Like, slowly but surely. It's kind of like Commander Snake. Anyone remember G.I. Joe? It's like Commander Snake. Nobody knows it's him, but everyone knows it's him. That's how it is. Like, nobody thinks it's racist, but it's slowly racist. Anyway. Oh, I also have to preference that by saying it's a joke. Jesus. I know. Comedy is dead. Social media killed it. Anyway, let's continue. Master and slave, they are not in favor in, but instead they want to replace it with this little cluster of words. Leader, follower, primary, replica, primary, standby. See, now this I can kind of get behind. However, it's a little bit weird, you know what I mean? Because the whole master slave thing, right? That's been a part of programming for decades. I assume, but from what I've seen in the comments, that's been a programming term for decades. And plenty of people, white, black, Mexican, Asian, everything like that, they saw that, they knew what it meant, and they moved on from it. So I don't know, I just find it funny that now all of a sudden master slave is a problem and they're opting for leader follower, which in my opinion that should have been it in the first place. But I don't know. It's a weird thing, but that one, the master slave thing, I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. I just find it hilarious. Now, here we go. Grandfathered time needs to be replaced with legacy status. Now, that's something that I like, because here's the thing. It's not the whole term that they have a problem with. They have a problem with father. They have a problem with the whole father thing in there. See, they're revealing themselves. They're revealing themselves that they're not really too fond of fathers, and this is a joke. This is kind of a black joke. So, black joke from a black man to another black man. This father thing, it's gonna get hilarious pretty soon. just wait. Just wait. Now watch this. Gendered pronouns. Example, guys, which if you look in the dictionary, if you look in the official dictionary, and in fact, if you look right now in the Oxford Dictionary, the use of guys is actually gender neutral, because women call other women guys. I've seen it in the wild. I know. Is it crazy that your Lord and Savior monkey actually goes out from his room and experiences the world? Absolutely, guys. And see, it's gender neutral. And if I offended everyone, A, you had it coming. B, toughen up, kid. This world is cruel. You'll be alright. But yeah, gendered pronouns. Guys, they want to move away from that, and then they want to go to folks, people, you all, y'all. Now, I saw a few comments on this y'all, and I almost pissed myself, because they're like, that's cultural appropriation with the y'all. Y'all northerners, trying to steal our southern slang. Alright? Y'all trying to take it from yourself? Folks? No one uses folks anymore. Only, important people use folks. I don't use folks. I don't think I'll ever use folks. People, you all, everything like that. Now, mind you, this is in their programming. What use does folks, people, you all, y'all, have any bearing on the programming, on the coding and everything? And more to the point, what does guys have anything to do with coding? You know what I mean? Now, mind you, I don't know too much about coding, so I'll preface that. Don't know a lot about coding, so feel free to tell me what I'm wrong about. I'll absolutely accept it, but I don't see the correlation between them, right? All right, moving on. More gender pronouns. Example, he, him, his. You want to know what's funny? You want to know what's absolutely hilarious? They use the masculine pronouns. They didn't use the feminine pronouns. She, hers, her. They didn't use those. No. They used the masculine ones. Keep that in your head. Whether they want to replace it with they, them, their. They want to erase your gender in their programming. And of course you say, but monkey, this is the programming, this is the coding. How does this affect us? Don't worry, I'm getting there. I want to go down the list so that I show my fellow apes, what exactly is happening, alright? Man hours, basically meaning working and everything. Man hours, your employees, everything like that. They want to replace that with person hours, erasing your gender. Engineer hours, which is fine, which is okay, but everyone understands what man hours means, because man hours has been, a stake in, I would say, workforce colloquialism for decades. Everyone knows what man hours is. Why all of a sudden the change? Because even women say man hours. So I don't see. I don't see it. Maybe you guys can tell me about this. Sanity check. quick check, confidence check, coherence check. People rolled them on this because it was like, no, 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 sanity check makes sense for this whole situation, all right? But quick check, the heck is a quick check? What are you quickly checking? Confidence check, okay? You're checking confidence. Like what? Like confidence and sanity do not correlate at all. Coherence check, fine with that. That kind of makes sense with the whole sanity check. I don't know, sanity check. It's quick. It's quicker to say, especially if someone doesn't have, such a silver tongue such as I. It's quicker to say, okay, throw a sanity check on him. Is he all right? All right. Coherence check makes sense. It sounds a little bit more HR. You know what I mean? Sounds a little bit more like, oh well, we just want to perform a coherence check. We just want to make sure that you're okay. All soft and gentle and everything like that. I don't know. Last but not least, dummy value. Replaced with placeholder value, sample value. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one because, I chuckle every time I see dummy. I do. Every time I see dummy, I just want to just laugh. I don't know why. But placeholder value, sample value, I don't really see too much with that. I don't see how placeholder or sample is inclusive. Maybe dummy value is non-inclusive to dumb people, meaning them. So basically, if you call them a dummy, they could say that it's hate speech and bang you off Twitter. You see what I'm saying? You see the mental gymnastics that you got to do? All right? So that's basically the words that they're using for their coding. Now, let me get to how all of this started. All right. It's by a guy off Twitter calling himself Reginald. He goes by the handle Negro Programmer. So take that into account, all right? Now, I will slip in the obligatory, do not go after this person, don't contact him or anything like that. Please don't, all right? You're only going to make the situation worse. Don't need to do any of that. Just sit back, enjoy the show, and just chill. Just watch and reflect on the times that we live in, all right? So this is coming out of Reginald. Twitter engineer recently shared that we would be making the language in our code, docs, and configs more inclusive. I want to speak on how we got here and what we've done so far. All right. So basically, if you have a problem with all this word swapping and everything like that, blame this guy. Don't go after him. Don't contact him. Don't tweet at him. But just in your heart, in your soul, blame him. That's all that you need to do, all right? Let's continue. He tweets out, I was inspired to start this work when I saw an email come through our engineering.org with the line automatic slave rekick. Seeing it was infuriating. I've been used to seeing the word slave throughout my CS education, but this was different. I don't see how this was different, dude. If you understood what the line of code was doing, or if you understood what the program was doing, I don't see how it was infuriating or how it was different. I don't see it. So basically, he got mad that basically this master slave stuff was in programming. He got offended and he started making noise. Other people started to agree with him. It reached up to Twitter heads, which are constantly looking for something to change because they still believe that being inclusive is the way to go. And then they started changing stuff. Now, people have been on Twitter basically saying like, oh, well, this is, the denial of free speech and and there's been some opposition against them, basically saying like, whoa, guys, calm down. They're just changing the words that they use in their code. They're not trying to censor our speech. Let's see about that. Reginald tweets out, our goal here is to apply this language to all of engineering and eventually adopt inclusive language across Twitter. I know this is a small step. That's offensive against handicapped people. But it's one that keeps us on the path of improving the industry. There you goes from the mouth of prophets. There we go. They want to change your speech. They want to censor you. So they're doing it step by step by step by step by step so that Twitter can become a safe place for everyone to enjoy. All right. And obviously we have some fabulous memes here. We got we got one that I saw in the comments and I had to say is basically two people, black guy saying police reform please, and basically Twitter saying like, oh well, inclusive language, you know. And then there's another one. There was a lot, and I do mean a lot, of Malcolm X quotes dropping in there, which is funny because it's like, dang, more relevant than ever, Mal. Good job, dude. Good job. I applaud you. But there's one where basically has all these headlines like, pasted together, The Office, voice actors, Simpsons, talking about how they're getting rid of white actors playing black characters and blackface and and it got a picture of Malcolm X and everything. I don't know, that's a raw line that he delivered, and right now it's more relevant than ever. All right, guys. All right, my fellow apes, just wanted to keep y'all updated on the latest Twitter mess that I've come across or that I kind of cared about. So that's going to be enough out of me. Like the video if you liked it. Comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Dislike the video if you absolutely hated it. I'm thinking about a Twitter. I'm not entirely sure yet. I don't know if I'm not really big enough for Twitter yet, but I mean, we'll see where it goes. So, I'll give you contact information whenever I need to. But other than that, happy 4th of July. Enjoy your boom boom, your freedom beans being spread into the air. Keep some music in your heart. Stay safe. Keep on jamming. Monkey out, baby.